Hello and welcome back everyone, we're of course back, and today as you can see, we're back on Hypixel Skyblock. And it's also Christmas in the server, but yeah, that's a minor detail. So, today's video is all about how not to get scammed in the early game. And I honestly have a fair bit of experience with this. I got scammed out of literal millions of coins when I was just starting out. You know, I figured out how to do really good with bazaar flipping and then just lost it. So, I'm going to be helping you to avoid making the same mistakes that I did. But, before I get started, I would like to say I have a very large announcement to make. Starting now, any big subscriber milestone that I get, I am going to be hosting a giveaway in, money or items on this server. I kind of mentioned this last video, but it was at the very end, so most likely not many of you heard. But when we hit 200 subscribers, when we hit 250, whatever from there, I'm going to be doing a giveaway of a certain amount of coins, or once again items or anything like that. So maybe to start it off at 200, I'm thinking maybe 1 to 5 million coins just to get us started. You know, not too much, but it'll help anyone who gets it. Anyway, let's get started with the video itself. So there's two kinds of scams in my book. There's the direct scams and the indirect scams. The indirect actually have caused me a lot more pain than the direct, because they're a bit harder to get around. So for one thing, if you, take out your coins and all that, and, if you're going to the bazaar for a good bazaar flip, and currently I can't really show this one, at least from what I found on the bazaar, but sometimes you will find items where people have drastically upped the price of selling them and drastically lowered the price of buying them. But the issue there is people will notice and start buying them like crazy. And what happens then is that the buy price goes up way higher than the normal buy price would be. And then you basically won't be able to really sell your items very well because so many people are in that market at the same time that only the really lucky people will be able to sell their items, and you'll just end up buying something for way more coins than it's actually worth. I actually did this once with this book here, Corruption 5, where they were selling for an insane amount, but they were actually buying, or where you would have to buy them for a way higher amount than normal. That's why these prices are still kind of messed up. But I actually lost several million, maybe even several tens of millions to this because I was insta-buying a ton of them and trying to just get as many in the sale as possible. Because, in my mind I could make like 40 million in profit, but then I just ended up losing like 10 to 20 million. And I actually did the same thing with the meteor shard right here. One time you could buy them for like 600k and sell them for like literally probably 100 million coins at the time. I forget exactly how much. But once again, that skyrocketed the buy order price, and I ended up wasting a bunch of money that I really shouldn't have been wasting on meteor shards. So that's kind of how you want to avoid the indirect scams. Because one way or another, those are going to scam you out of a lot of money. Unless if you're really lucky, if you buy something that's really skyrocketed in price, you're not going to really have a great time. So, generally you're going to want to just stick to normal bazaar flips and all that. Now we do get to the actual direct scams though. People trying to, ask you for collateral for things that, aren't worth it. So, the main methods to avoid this is, well, first off we gotta talk about the main ways this actually happens. The main ways that I've heard of, at least, are basically if you ask someone of a higher level to apply a reforge of an item for you, which you only want to do for someone that's really trusted, because say I wanted to put Wyver Blood on this Livid Dagger, it would be better strength-wise, but I'm of course not high enough level to apply it, so I would have to get someone else to apply it, and then they could just steal my Livid Dagger and the Wyver Blood, and probably any money I would give him to actually apply it to. So you want to only do that either with someone you really trust, or just level up on your own. Trust me, it's not worth losing an item that is really valuable. Some other scams like this include basically just any version of that with any item. You know, if you ask someone to do something for you, and if they ask for collateral, then you really want to be kind of suspicious of it. Sometimes it will be true, sometimes it won't be a scam. I'm not saying any collateral is a scam. I'm just saying collateral all around can be a very suspicious thing. One time someone was asking for help to basically transfer items from one profile to another, and asked for collateral saying that the items were worth 2 million coins each, and I didn't get a chance to check, but then they really died in price and went down to like 10k each. So I gave them around 14 million coins worth of items, and got like, you know, 140k in return. And then they just would block me and leave. So, if someone asks you for collateral, always, you know, check, always be very cautious. And if someone asks about any items, if you can, like, help them swap them to another profile, make sure to actually look at the items and don't, you know, just rush into it like I did because they said they were going to pay a lot if I helped. This next one is actually a dungeon-based scam, but the warning I'm giving is not for the person who would be paying. It's for the person who would be doing the actual act, because some people will, of course, offer to do carries for different floors on the dungeon. And honestly, if you're a high enough level, if you have good enough gear where you can carry a dungeon floor, I absolutely suggest selling that service to people. But there are, of course, going to be people who just simply don't pay. So definitely watch out for that. Maybe say pay half first, pay half after, or something along those lines, just to kind of have some security with that. Because if someone's not going to pay at least a bit beforehand, then, you know, you don't really want to risk that. Especially for a higher level floor where people will charge literally around 1 million or more coins for a single carry. So in short, you don't want to fall for either of those. You don't want to pay someone too much and then not have them actually carry you through a dungeon, and you don't want to offer a service like that and then have someone just take your money or not pay you and take your carry. Now, I can't really demonstrate this one either. This is the last one that I have to talk about today just because it's a very common one. But if you ever see someone randomly saying that they're bored of Skyblock, if they've lost motivation, and they're giving away billions of coins and to party them, and then they will just give you billions of coins, yeah, they're gonna send you a Discord link and they're gonna try to hack you. That isn't even a scam, that's just a straight up hack. So, or at least to my knowledge, I think it is. I haven't fallen for that one just because I don't join random Discord links, but if you're ever just kind of playing without thinking and fall for that, and get that message, just don't join the Discord server. It's not worth it. It's not worth the slight chance that they actually want to give you billions of coins. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I know it was a short one. I do plan on still doing all the ones I've promised in the comments and all that, all the minion guide and all that, but I just am kind of working my way back. I know I've been gone for a bit. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Once again, you could be a winner to a great giveaway over time. And make sure to comment any suggestions for future guides, anything like that. Thank you all again for watching, and goodbye.